translation? A translation moves a shape up, down, or from side to side, but it does not change its appearance in any other way. So you have to remember, it's just moving it to the left, to the right, up and down, but it doesn't change the shape. It should be the same shape. With translation, all points of a figure move the same distance and the same direction. So take note of that. So example, let's translate the shape here, 2 squares up. So I have here a triangle, and I'm going to translate the shape 2 squares up. That means to say all the corners or the vertices will move 2 steps up. So I have here 1, 2, 3 corners. So I will move one corner, 1, 2 up, another corner, 1, 2 up, and another corner, 1, 2 up, and connecting, I will be having the new shape as represented by the yellow triangle. So we are going to translate the shape 4 squares right. Sometimes you don't need to move all the corners or the vertices 4 squares right. Sometimes you just have to move one corner and you can draw the shape, but you have to be extra careful on how to do it. But if you really want to be sure that your answer is right, I would suggest you better move all the corners following the given direction, how many squares you are going to move it right. So in this case, I'm moving the square, I'm moving the shape 4 squares right. So I'm going to choose one corner. I will move it 1, 2, 3, 4 again. I am moving this corner of the rectangle 4 steps. So I have 1, I have 2, 3, and 4. So we have here 4 steps to the right. So I just have to move the shapes like this. Without moving all the corners, I just move 1. So if you want to move this corner also, you count 1, 2, 3, 4. It will go here. The same thing with this 1, 2, 3, 4, it will go there. So it depends on you if you want to move all the corners one by one or just move one corner, but make sure you have to draw the shape according to the number of squares. So this time you are going to translate the shape 5 units left and 3 units up. It doesn't matter if you want to move it up 3 units first and then 5 units left. You will end up with the same shape. So let's start moving. You choose which corner you want to move. For example, I have decided to move this corner 5 units to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do not stop because you need to move it up 3 units. So I have here. So this point or this corner of this triangle is moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left and 1, 2, 3 up. If I'm going to move this point also, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3 up. So I will be ending at this point. In this case, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have this point. So I have now the shape is moved there. Easy? So let's see. How do you describe the translation? So describe the translation that takes place from triangle A to triangle B. Be careful year 8 because sometimes they will ask you to describe the translation from B to A. It depends on. So you really have to read the question or the instruction properly and carefully. So we are starting from A and we have to go to B. How many steps to the right and how many steps down? So of course we have 1, we have 2 steps to the right, and we have also 2 steps down. 1, 2. And when you are moving to the right, it means it's positive 2. And when you are moving down, it means negative 2. Okay, so because you can write it also as vectors. But for now, we will be using only moving to the right, how many squares or how many steps, and then moving down, up or down, it depends on. So we have 2 squares right and 2 squares down, or 2 right and 2 down. Okay, so try this one, year 8. This time we are going to move the shape. We are going to describe the translation that takes place from shape A to shape B. Choose any point, but remember, if you choose this point, you have to find the correct pair for that point in the second shape. You cannot choose this point and pair it with this point. They should be corresponding vertex or vertices. So if you want to have this point, then choose this point here. Now, how many steps to the left from this point to this point? So you're going to have 1, 2 steps to the left, and then how many steps down? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means to say, we can say that shape A is moved 2 steps left or 2 squares left and 4 squares down.